Okay, today I'm going to show you guys how I do my custom camo paint. You might have seen it in some of the other videos I have on YouTube. A couple of airsoft guns. Well, I've got an airsoft rifle that it needs some paint because it is black. And this time of year, if you're going to use it, camo it. Nothing stands out more than a black rifle on a green, just stands out. So what we're going to do today is we're going to camo it. I'm going to show you a real easy way to do a real natural looking camo job. And when it's done, it'll kind of resemble what I did right here. But it'll be better because this is a canoe and this is a Echo 1 custom ASR with a custom silencer I built for it. So that's the project of the day, and that's what we're going to be doing. Real easy, real quick. Okay, the kind of paint I'm using is Rustoleum camouflage paint. I've got green, it's ultra flat, non-reflective finish. I've got green, brown, and tan. The brown and green are close in color, but the brown's a little darker than the green. The green kind of blends in nice though with the surrounding areas. First thing I do is I go hack a piece off my neighbor's bush, like this. This is the kind I used on the Barrett 50 cal in my other video. Take a look at that. And if it's too thick, like some of these are thick, this one's pretty good. Basically what I'll do is I'll lay it on there, just like that. Shake up your paint real good. They say shake it up for a minute, shake it up for a minute. Mine's already shaking. And you're just gonna just like that. Take it off. Move to the next spot. Lay it on. Take it off, move it. Now you're not gonna see this stand out too much yet, because I'm not doing the green yet. The green will really make it jump out at you. I've painted a bunch of airsoft guns. I got old videos of them on YouTube, and a lot of people are like, oh, you gotta be careful for the gearbox, this and that. If you spray so much paint that you get paint inside your gearbox, then you're painting wrong. With this kind of paint, just lay it on, go over it. If you think for a second that you got too much paint, just move on. Come back. This stuff dries super fast. I can see the details on this. You can't, not yet, but you will. These bushes will, these pieces of branch, the way you get the detail is it blocks the paint from hitting the gun. But this will also blob up, so they're only good for so long before it really gets heavy with paint, and then that's going to give you runs on the gun itself. So we got a little brown done. We'll do a little green next, and that's it. It's almost an impossible paint job to screw up, because if you don't like an area, you just go back over it with a different color, hit it, and it'll change the look of it completely. It's really simple to do. It takes no time. I can have this gun done in 20 minutes. Going from black to full camo. Now I'm starting to get that color. Now it's starting to show. You'll see it when I get the camera a little closer from a different angle. You'll know when the bush is too thick because you won't be getting paint through it. There it is. Now I'm starting to see some detail. So I'll take a closer look at it. It's kind of dark where I'm standing, but now you can start to see it come through. See how easy it is to make that blend in? I didn't do a base coat like I did on the other ones. I just wanted to show you the basics of it, how to get it started. But you can see how the details of the bushes really jump out. Now that paint right there is a little wet, a little heavy right there. If you think it's heavy, walk away from it. You'll be fine if you come back. If you think, as a rule of thumb, when you do a job like this, if you think you have too much paint, then you do. And it dries so fast, I can literally watch it dry right now. In 10 minutes I'd be able to pick up the gun. I wouldn't get any paint on my hand at all. It's good paint and it holds up. The other guns I did are still looking good, no problems. So what I'm going to do is continue this. Now that you see how it's done, I'm going to continue this and I'll get right back as soon as I finish the whole gun. We'll try some tan too before I do anything. Before I do that, we'll go with some tan. See what the tan looks like. And always use a different piece of bush for every different color. Tan gives it a nice look. Oh yeah, we want some tan on there. If I would recommend the tan, I would say, if I had anything to say about the tan, I would say use the tan first. Then the brown, then the green. Now let's take a closer look. Yep, I would use the tan first and then do the brown, then the green over it, because you don't want it too light. Did tan, then brown, then green, you'll be looking good. And that's what I'm going to do right now, and I'll be right back to show you the completed gun. Okay, this is what it looks like after you do the white and then the brown without the green mixed in. I don't know how close I can get and still have it stay focused. This camera doesn't have a great zoom. But you can see the detail on it. That's what we're after. It's really easy. It doesn't take much paint to do this. And it's really quick. Now I'm going to go over it with a coat of green and then we should be done. So I've gone over the gun with tan, brown, then green. Now the green is pretty overpowering. The brown gives you the most detail out of all the different colors. For whatever reason, I don't know. But let's say you get a spot where you go over and when you're holding it, you've got it up here instead of like this, and you accidentally shoot too much green. So now you get a section that is more green than anything. Well, the beautiful thing about this paint job is it's so easy to fix it. All you do is this. Grab brown, place it up there nice. And now you're going to have nice color there. Once that dries, you're going to see nice detail on the gun. So let's go take a look at it. So far this has taken me about 15 minutes to do. The lighting's not really good out here because I'm underneath a tree. I don't know how well it's going to show up. This is a brand new camera. I really haven't played around with it. By the way, this is a HD camera. It records in 720p at 30 frames per second, 720p at 60 frames per second, and 1080p at 30 frames per second, full HD. And it was 40 bucks at Best Buy. It's called a Kodak Playful. It was 40 bucks. Well worth it. And at 60 frames per second, you could strap this thing onto your helmet or whatever if you're playing airsoft and get some kick-ass video if you have a good video card. The thing will record for about at least a few hours solid at a time, so you can really get some good shots if you want to start an airsoft channel or something on YouTube. But you keep playing around with it. I mean, this was 15 minutes worth of painting and the gun's almost done. I'm going to play around with it a little more and get a little more detail in certain areas, but it's virtually impossible to mess this paint job up, because if you have a section you don't like, you just go over it with a different color until you find out what combination works perfect for what you're after. It's really simple, really cheap. Again, Rustoleum Ultra Flat Camouflage paint. I have brown, green, and tan, and hacked off some pieces off the neighbor's bush and went to town. And that's it. That's how easy it is to paint camo. There's no mistakes here.